Welcome back again, family. So, family, is your host analyst from African Grand Scanner TV. So, family, if you are coming across the channel for your first time, do well to hit the subscribe button, share this video so that it reach many people as possible. Alright, so family, in today's video, we are going to talk about the recent G20 summit in South Africa. So, this was the G20 summit that has ever happened in African continent. Alright, that was held on the 2nd and on the 3rd of November. That was passed. Alright, so I'm going to tell you guys on what happened during this G20 summit in South Africa. Alright, I know plenty of people will be asking, what is G20? What does it mean? What is it all about? So the G20 is an international summit where various presidents in 20 countries, there were 22 this time, 20 countries always held together, like countries that are having big economic endorsement, like they're having a good economic growth progression. It means the country that is really doing well when it comes to our economic growth. Alright, so there were various countries there. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to talk about some of these things that the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim, said to this G20 summit amongst his fellow colleagues during the summit.
At the Group of 20 held on the 22nd and 23rd of November 2025, before 22 leaders of the world's leading powers, a shocking moment occurred. The president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, stepped onto the stage and completely broke traditional diplomatic norms. In a declaration that left the entire hall stunned, he forcefully condemned, "The African Union no longer exists. It survives only on paper." That statement struck like a direct blow to Africa's largest institution, something no leader had dared to say for many decades, especially at the very center of the Group of 20. What drove a young leader to challenge an organization representing more than 1 billion people? Why choose this moment? And why do millions of Africans see him as their voice? When the Group of 20 convened for its annual summit, Burkina Faso's presence was seen as little more than a diplomatic courtesy. A small, landlocked nation, better known for instability than influence, was granted observer status. A symbolic gesture many assumed would pass quietly, but the world misjudged both the moment and the man representing it, President Ibrahim Traore. Global leaders anticipated the familiar script. They expected mentions of Sahel terrorism, appeals for international support, and discourse about regional development. After all, this is what African heads of state typically bring to the global stage. But Traore, representing a Burkina Faso that had already broken from old patterns, delivered something radically different. Standing before presidents, prime ministers, and economic giants, he laid out a blunt indictment. Africa's largest political institution, the African Union, no longer represents the continent it claims to serve. He reminded the Group of 20 that the African Union had suspended Burkina Faso at the exact moment the country was rebuilding its economy and reclaiming national security without foreign dependency. While Burkina Faso fought for its sovereignty, the African Union, influenced by outside powers, imposed sanctions without speaking to the people affected by them. In Traore's words, it was a betrayal disguised as diplomacy. His message was simple but devastating. An institution that punishes independence is not an institution of Africans. The room stiffened. Delegates exchanged glances. Some were startled, others quietly intrigued. A few Western officials noted how rare it was to hear a leader challenge continental politics on an international stage. Traore did not stop there. He spoke about legitimacy, how institutions lose moral authority when they prioritize foreign approval over African lives. He reminded the Group of 20 that Burkina Faso, despite sanctions, was stabilizing faster than several nations still dependent on external donors. This was not arrogance, it was evidence. In that moment, Ibrahim Traore transformed Burkina Faso from an observer into a catalyst, forcing leaders to confront a truth rarely spoken in global forums. And across Africa news networks, his words spread like wildfire, resonating especially with young Africans who felt long ignored. But this confrontation did not begin in the Group of 20 hall. It began long before the summit, and the roots of this confrontation explain why Traore chose to deliver this message.
So family, you've all watched the video clip. You've seen that what this man Ibrahim Traore said during this summit. it was on point, not so. So if you really agree on what Ibrahim Traore have said, various president that came for the G20 summit, please send us a comment in the comment section. Let's discuss on this. All right, because what he said really, definitely it's not wrong. This European Union, African Union, they are all on papers. What they usually say, they don't know what they are doing, and they think that they will keep on cheating Africa this way, of which is a no to Ibrahim Traore. I know many leaders that were in attendance were not just happy of what he had to pull out of the hall. That kind of message that you have to pass for people to hear. Many of those leaders, many of those presidents, they were not happy about this Ibrahim Traore speech that you had to just share out to them for them to hear. For me, I'm behind Ibrahim Traore. What he has really said he's not lying. Alright, he's not lying. So, and you my viewers, if you see that what the message that he has sent, or the message that he has sent about that he has talked about the African Union and the European Union being a loser, they don't take something into consideration. You just put your message in the comment section. Let's talk on this. Alright, let's talk on this. Right, because me, I'm in a part with Ibrahim Traore. I'm with him. What he said during this G20 summit in South Africa was definitely just the mind of everyone's, the mind of every African. All right. So give me your own thoughts. Give me your own thoughts on what you can say about this Ibrahim Traore message during the G20 summit in South Africa. Tell me in the comment section. All right. Let's discuss. Please, and again, if you have come towards the end of this video, you want to join the family, hit the subscribe button, share this video so that it reach many people as possible. Alright, many people, especially those with diaspora, those that they are searching this from Africa. Alright, you want to share the video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.